you for choosing the NetV television. And now we'll be back with Mr. Council Member Kansen2. And we just talked about like Vietnamese community. Now we moving forward. It's the bigger picture. It's our city.
All right.
And now in the June 5th, we have a measure. It's called Measure B.
Right.
It's from our mayor, Reed, right?
That's right.
Yes.
Yeah.
So what is the Measure B? Can you just briefly explain a little bit?
Yeah, a Measure B is a ballot measure that we put it to vote by the voter to determine the retirement benefit of our current employee and those people that already retired. So it's a way to trim their retirement benefit for our current employee. And I don't support Measure B, not because...
Very frankly.
not because I don't see there is a problem with our retirement system. You know, the problem is that we're giving our employee a too generous a retirement benefit. I understand that, and most of our city employees understand that.
Okay.
So in the last 2 years, all of our city employees, from mayor all the way down to the last person that we hired, decided to cut our own salary by more than 10%. Some of the employees even go down to as low as 12% cut. And they are also willing to work with the city and help the city to solve this retirement benefit problem. So everybody realized that it is a big problem. It's how do you solve the big problem? It becomes a big question. My proposal to solve the pension problem is first we generate a new lower pension plan for our new employees. You know, so we started with our new employee. Noted that right now city has 425 job openings. You know, and so we are hiring a lot of new people. So we should get a lower retirement benefit for the new hire, right? And then if we got that one done, then we can go to our current employee and work out a compromise, you know, between our city representative and our employees. And if that's not enough, we may have to go to those people that already retired to cut their benefit. But this Measure B totally ignore the second tier, the lower retirement benefit for the new hire, and go directly to address the retirement benefit of our current employee and those people that already retired. So I felt, you know, it's out of sequence. You should start it with the new employee, right? But if you start attacking our current employee, you just very naturally would push our current employee away from the negotiation table. So they're not coming to our table to talk to us. Although some of the union, they're willing to roll back their retirement package back to the 1990s level. Because between 1990 and today, there's a lot of enhancement of their retirement package. The biggest one is not after 9/11. You know, we give a very, very generous retirement benefit to our fire and our police people. That's because, you know, what happened in 9/11, in just a matter of a minute, the whole city lost 1/3 of their firefighters. You know, and the fact that it costs the city so much money to train a police, train a firefighter. We wanted to kind of keep them as much as we can. That's why in 2001 after 9/11 will give them a real generous enhancement. But they understand that. They're willing to say, well, let's roll back our retirement as in the 90s level. And I think it's a good start.
Okay.
You know, we should start negotiation from that point instead of putting a very aggressive cut of their retirement system on the ballot.
Okay.
You know, so I feel it's out of sequence and also not done collaboratively with our employee. And then secondly, I think most importantly, the retirement is a very complicated issue. It's not like we'll cut. There's a lot of moving parts there. We're talking about the retirement age. How old can you retire? We're talking about when you retire, we call it a cap. How much can you draw from the retirement? You know, and we're talking about cost of living adjustment. There's a lot of things, a very, very complicated issue, and also tied with your retirement health benefit. And because a city employee, they don't have Social Security. They're giving up Social Security to sign up to our city retirement system. So we understand that some of the very high pay police and fire getting very, very generous retirement pension benefit. But most of our city employee, the average of city employee only earns about $37,000 a year retirement, and without Social Security. You know, so there, you know, it's easy to say, well, you know, we should, you know, cut those employees' benefit, but there's a lot of
detail inside. Right?
There's a lot of in there. Exactly, and also we believe, and we have hired outside attorney, because our city attorney will tell us that it's illegal to breach a contract with your employee, because when they hire in, you know, you tell them this is the package you'll be getting when you retired, right? And a lot of people are already very close to their retirement age.
Yes.
You know, they felt that they've fulfilled their end of the promise, and it's up to the city to fulfill our end of the promise. And if you start cutting their employee, they will sue. You know, they will take it to the court and will let the court to decide.
Wow.
And they might, and then it will cost the city a lot of money, the court fee and the attorney fee. The city for next year budgeted $2.1 million just to fight this ballot.
Wow! So we spend for that much money?
2.1 million just for 1 year.
Just for
total
1 year.
estimate to have this ballot go through the court system will cost the city $6 million. That's an estimate, and it could only go up from there. So it's a very complicated issue. The city, the council, we spent 18 months in closed session to discuss this issue, and so to put it on the ballot and not to well inform the voter could mislead the voter and cause a lot of financial damage to the city of San Jose.
Exactly, like me, myself, I not understand well about the Measure B.
It's complicated.
So, yes, so
don't worry. You know, I read that Measure B, 27 pages long. I read it. I read it many times.
Okay.
And you know, and be honest with you, if I don't have it in front of me, I don't remember every detail of it.
Wow.
27 pages long.
So, quý vị khán giả vừa nghe Minh Uyên hỏi ông Kansen2 về cái Measure B, đó là một cái dự luật mà sẽ đưa ra cho cử tri San Jose mình bầu phiếu cho tháng 6 này, về cái gọi là cắt giảm lương bổng, quỹ hưu bổng của những người nhân viên thành phố. Thực sự nó rất là khó hiểu ở trong đó. Ngay cả ông Kansen2 ông vừa nói nó rất là khó hiểu, nó nhiều chi tiết, và cái dự luật này nó đến 27 trang. Thực sự ra nói đến đây không phải là khó khăn để mà cho chúng ta thấy sợ, nhưng chúng ta hãy nên đọc và tìm hiểu và tùy cái quan niệm của mình để mà bầu cho nó đúng đắn cho cái dự luật Measure B này. We talk about Measure B, about let's talk about like financial. So that's like I just want to mention that on Tuesday evening the city just had a meeting about minimum wages.
Right.
So how that's going now?
You know, we decided to put it on the ballot for November, let the voter to decide. What happened is there is many students from San Jose State. They have to work to support their schooling.
Yes.
So they find out that if we can increase the minimum wage, will make their life much easier, from $8 to $10 to $2 an hour.
Yes.
Yeah. So they started the initiative by going out and collecting signatures. And they, after 3 months of hard work by those students, they have collected enough signatures to put it on the ballot, you know, for November.
Yes.
But so the city council at this point can step in to say, well, students, you know, good job. You have collected enough signatures, but let's not waste any money to put it on the ballot. You know, because to put one item on the ballot, you have to city have to pay for all the printing and the mailing. It costs about $800,000.
Wow!
To put
just put one
thing on the ballot.
Wow.
So the city, we do have the power to say, well, students, you collect enough signature, well, we will just come out with an ordinance, you know, without going to the ballot. Because $800,000 just to put it on the ballot. Then you have the two sides. You're gonna fight.
Pro and cons.
Yeah, pros and cons, and each one will spend a lot of money.
Yes.
And so I felt that's not necessary.
Okay, so on the tháng 11 này sẽ có một cái bỏ phiếu cho người dân San Jose, đó là tăng lương minimum wage là từ 8 đồng lên 10 đồng, và City Council đã có cái cuộc họp hôm thứ Ba vừa rồi để cho cái dự luật này sẽ vào tháng 11 này để cho cử tri San Jose đi bầu. Now for the last couple of minutes we talk about, like, I just want to ask you the precinct of the District 4.
Yeah, we covered Berryessa, North San Jose, north of Brokaw, all the way to the Bay, which is El Viso, North San Jose, and Berryessa. It's the largest district in the city of San Jose, and so it's really, I'm very proud to be able to represent District 4 and represent the city of San Jose, because besides the responsibility within the city, I also represent the city to the Association of Bay Area Government, which is a regional government that has all the cities and counties for the Bay Area. And on top of that, I also represent the city to the California League of Cities, which is representing all the cities in California. And we meet in Sacramento and make decision on a lot of issues. And we provide input to the state government as well as the federal government on what's important to the city of San Jose. So I'm very proud to be able to represent the resident of San Jose, you know, to the Sacramento and to Washington D.C. to fight for our benefit locally.
So since you have been as a council member for over 5 years, so what do you think the voters should vote for you to re-elect you?
Well, you know, I've been working really hard and on those very important issues like public safety. You know, almost every week I have a neighborhood watch meeting. I'll get the neighbors together. Because the city, San Jose is a large city, although we have a very good police force, but it's never enough to cover every corner and every minute. So we really rely, and we need the resident to get involved, you know, and know their neighbors and watch out for some suspicious activities. Report to the police, and so we can react on it. So public safety and the neighborhood watch, you know, I have like one every week to organize the neighbors and to teach them a lot of crime prevention knowledge. And I also have like the CPR classes, the first aid classes, emergency preparedness classes. So I feel that in the last 5 years, this Berryessa community is much stronger. We also started a Berryessa Business Association to get all the business together to help each other out, to create jobs, to create to bring more tax revenue to the city of San Jose. So public safety, job creation, economic development, and also working with the school district to help out with some education issue. Like I'm the strongest proponent in San Jose City Council to have a longer library hours, and I'm still fighting for that. Still fighting for that. Yeah.
With your experience, a lot of experience on politics as well as a council member, and you want to accomplish more on the next term, right?
Definitely.
So the voters should vote for you, right?
Definitely. You want, like I say, the city council is a very complicated job and has a lot of responsibility. We're talking about the land use, the public safety, the park.
So briefly, we know that you have you have completed so many tasks, and so for the information to contact with your office to re-elect you this term, so who gonna contact with and what website or what?
My website is Kansen2.com.
Kansen2.com.
www.Kansen2.com. And I love to hear from you if you have any suggestions and recommendations and input, questions, concerns. Please feel free to contact me.
Yes, thank you so much for being here with us, and thank you so much for so many information about you and the city as well.
All right.
And good luck for your election this June 5th. So please, voters in District 4, go out and vote, and whether you decide who you vote for, just choose very wisely.
Right. Experience counts. So, but thank you very much,
Thank you for
having me here.
Yes, and good luck.
Thank you.
And we'll see you in another time.